But, I think about this, and what about this internet thing? Do you know anything about that?
Sure.
What the hell is that exactly?
Well, it's become a place where people are publishing information.
Right.
So everybody can have their own homepage. Companies are there. The latest information. It's wild what's going on. You can send electronic mail to people. It is the big new thing.
Yeah, but it's easy to criticize something you don't fully understand, which is my position here.
Go ahead.
But I can remember a couple of months ago, there was like a big breakthrough announcement that on the internet or on some computer deal, they were going to broadcast a baseball game. You could listen to a baseball game on your computer. And I just thought to myself, does radio ring a bell? You know what I mean?
There's a difference.
There is a difference.
It's not a huge difference.
What is the difference?
But you can listen to the baseball game whenever you want.
Right.
Too.
Oh, I see. So it's stored in one of your memory deals,
Exactly.
and then you can come
That's
back
the
a year
RAM
later.
that you talked about earlier.
Yeah. Do tape recorders ring a bell? I just don't know. What can you, just knowing me the little you know me now, what am I missing here? What do I need?
Well, if you want to learn about the latest cigars or auto racing statistics.
Well, I've got that covered. I subscribe to 2 British magazines devoted entirely to motorsports, and I call the Quaker State Speedline about 2 times a half hour. So now would the computer give me more than I'm getting that way?
Or you could find other people who have the same unusual interests you do. And
You mean the troubled loner chat room on the internet?
Absolutely.
I think one day I'll get one of these deals, but I've played with them, and then you type it in, and then you get that thing, that little arrow. Is that the arrow you move?
Bet.
And then it's just, it's like, oh, I get it. It's an eye test. What do we?
Wow, it's still amazing. At the end of that footage, David Letterman says, I think I'll get one of those things. He's talking about the internet. You remember, there was a time that there was no internet in the world. There was no email. There was no Wi-Fi. There was no streaming. There was no Netflix. There was no Disney Plus and Hulu and Max and Apple TV. That's where we are again today, with technology that's going to be even bigger than the internet. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Saturday morning Crypto Talk. My name is Brandon Ivy from Los Angeles, California. I'm the founder and CEO of Ivy League Crypto Academy. And go ahead and type in your chat box where you're listening in from. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news for information and share information for entertainment, training, and educational purposes only. And it is up to you to make your own informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. So happy Saturday. I hope you guys are ready for a fantastic weekend. We are getting close to the middle of the month of November. We celebrated Veterans Day yesterday. We've got Thanksgiving coming up next. I'm already seeing Christmas lights going up on people's houses. So this year is coming to a close, but it's not over yet. 2024 is going to move very fast. I make that prediction. And it's going to be one of the last opportunities for you to position yourself for financial freedom based on what you start to do now. And that begins with education. Education. Yesterday, we had a new Ignition Dev Diary update from Vara. I will be doing a Fusion Whisperer call, meaning a live watch party of that tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I'll be posting the Telegram link for that after this call. So we're going to cover that. They unveiled a lot. You got to see the entire Fusion DEX, what that's going to be looking like and rolling out. And I've been telling everybody since the beginning of the year, Vara is more than a game. Is more than a game. The opportunity and timing is enormous. And unfortunately, since most people are not crypto literate, it's going over their head, and they're gonna miss it. They're gonna miss this. I'm doing everything in my power to attempt to educate on this, but this isn't one of those things that you want to miss. It's not just some game that Brandon's talking about. The technology that's making this possible is like what that video with Bill Gates and David Letterman is talking about. The dark fusion technology. This is bringing the opportunity for the future of Bitcoin. So I'm going to be covering that tonight on the watch party. And then tomorrow night, I'll be doing a VARA presentation. And I'm going to have some new slides in the presentation tomorrow night. So you don't want to miss that. And next week, we have a brand new product launch that's going to be coming called the Fair Gaming Network. So you're going to see what that's about. And that's not even what I thought was going to be the product launch. So there's more products coming. I thought they were going to be going a different way, and they're going this way, which means I already know of something else that's going to be coming that they haven't announced yet. So I'm real excited about what's happening and what's coming down the pipeline. So you want to get involved. So let's go ahead and look and see what's going on in the crypto space, because a lot is also happening in the crypto world. So let me share screen here, present. All right, let's go ahead and refresh this. This is Saturday. Okay, so I got to remember, this is not my inner circle crypto talk. So there's things that I only share in the inner circle that I don't share when I'm doing this publicly. So I got to go week to week. This is Saturday. So the crypto market cap is at 1.47 trillion, up 1.3% in the last 24 hours. We're getting close to where it was almost at half, or we're almost at half of where the market was when the entire crypto market reached its all-time high. We're almost halfway there. Let's see, Bitcoin, Bitcoin dominance is below 50%, 49.3. A week ago, it was above 50%. Ethereum is at 16.9. A week ago, it was over 17%. Okay, so the price of Bitcoin today is $37,100. It is up 6.9% in the past week. Wow. Ethereum is up 13.1% over the past week. It's crossed over $2,000. BNB is up 7.8%. Ripple is up 10.6%. Look at Solana. I still haven't put my finger out. I forgot why Solana pounced. Now, those of you in the inner circle, 2 weeks ago, I gave you guys a list. I gave you guys a list of tokens that I'm concentrating on because I'm bringing down my portfolio. And I share what my portfolio is looking like. And like I said, it pays to be in the inner circle. Solana was on that list. Had you taken action, that's a 49% increase on your money from information you got from the inner circle. 20% just came in the last 24 hours. So I do not give financial advice. I give suggestions and share some things that I'm doing. And then it's up to you to decide if you want to make a move, if it fits your plan, your game plan. So speak people, oh, how do I get in the inner circle? It's $49 a month. $49 a month to get in my inner circle. Lido staked Ether, 12.8%, but that's tied really to how Ethereum is. Cardano, let's just say that's up 21%. That's another coin I had on the list. Dogecoin is up 18%. Tron, 11.1%. Chainlink. Did I put Chainlink on that list? I have a Chainlink position, but I don't know if I had put it on my list. Like that. Ownership. Ship. Tokenized collateral. Oh, here we go. Yes, I did. Yep, that is on the list. Go figure. So here's two tokens that I said on the inner circle you might want to focus in on. Solana 49%, Chainlink 45%. You would have done well. Matic, that was another one, 23.4%. Yep, right there. Dang, every single one. Every single one. Wait a minute, where? Hold on, let me keep looking here. Polkadot 18, Shiba Inu 18, Avalanche 25.8. So I will say the biggest loser on my list is Stellar, but it's still up 3.6%. Look at Chronos. Crypto.com is up 66%. Caspa 63. Well, let's see who's the best performers, and then I got to look for any outliers. So Chronos, Crypto.com is up 66.3%. Caspa's up 63.3%. You remember that, Mr. Albert? I had that list. That's right. Illuvium. Didn't we just talk about this in the inner circle? What day was that? Tuesday or Wednesday? It is up 63%. 63%. We just covered that. Celestia. Now, just full disclosure, I did not buy it. But I did cover it. So some of you guys might have made a move on that. I didn't buy it though. Should have. Celestia 59.6. Celestia, who the hell is that? I see 59% in the last 24 hours. Who is this? Well, this is up 64% in the last 24 hours. Total supply will be 1 billion. Okay. All time, this is brand new. All-time low was 11 days ago at $2.08. All-time high was 6 minutes ago at 3.84%. 6 minutes ago. Huh. Where is this being sold? Binance, Qcoin, Coinbase. Coinbase, they all listed gate cracking. Crypto.com has this. Is this a brand new coin or what? Let's see. Give me overview, max. Nah, this is brand new. Beginning of November. This came out. Just their website, celestia.org. The first modular blockchain network. Modular data availability network that securely scales with the number of users, making it easy for anyone to launch their own blockchain. Okay, explore Celestia, use TIA, pay for blob space, secure the network, and participate in governance. Run a light node. How it works, a minimal blockchain that only orders and publishes transactions but does not execute them. By decoupling the consensus application execution layers, Celestia modularizes the blockchain technology stack. Okay, let me see something else again here. Okay. Oh, it's pairing. TIA is its coin to USDT. This is not even paired to Bitcoin, just USDT. or just stable coins. I don't know who Try is. There it is, BTC on Binance. But crypto.com is just USD, not even USDT. So you can just buy it outright. Join the community, Discord, blog, mainnet is alive. I don't know. I'm going to put a note to pay attention to this token. Again, I'm not going to fall down the new shiny coins bubble. I did that last year. Okay, today's the 11/11. That's my numbers. 11/11. Watch Kia, which is Celestia. Current price right now, I'm definitely not buying it at the price right now. It's at its all-time high, $3.97. And I'll put crypto.com. If I wanted to get it, that's where I would go. All right. Okay, so Celestia came out of nowhere. Solana 49%, Chainlink 45%, Thorchain 38.9%, Theta Network 37.9%, Immutable. Look at these real deep double-digit greens of all these coins. Gala's almost at 2.5%, 2.5 cents, up 31.4% on the week. Sui's up 30%. The entire market got an injection. Okay, who did not ride the wave? No, this is not a bull run. Not a bull run yet. It might be a Bitcoin pop, but in my opinion, this is not a crypto bull run. That happens when we start seeing, if we keep seeing this Bitcoin dominance drop while the market is continuing to go up, yeah, we're in the middle of a non-seasonal bull run right before the halving. And I don't know if this is based on hype, because we're getting closer to January, and that's when I believe the Bitcoin spot ETFs are going to be approved by the SEC. So let's see what happens here. 49.3% where it's at. Who didn't ride this wave? Maker's down 1.4. Whitebit is flatline. That's it. Maker is the only coin in the negative over the past week. I'm not counting negative 0.1%. That's a flat line. But the rest is you're just looking at stable coins here. Then it goes straight green. So the lowest winner is Bitcoin Cash. That's down at 1.2%. Okay. And then Wemix, Monero, Stellar. That's why I told you guys, Stellar was my biggest loser on my list. But loser, it's still up 3.6%. That's not bad. And then Bitcoin, see here? Bitcoin's down at the bottom of this at 6.9% on the week. So the altcoins got all the money, all the new money that came to the space. All right, let's see some news, see if we could find anything. So BlackRock argues SEC has no grounds to treat crypto futures and spot ETFs differently. BlackRock argues that SEC has no grounds. I agree with that. I agree. They approved the ETFs in 2017, the future ETFs. That was with the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. So BlackRock questioned the SEC's preference for the 1940 Act that oversees futures ETFs and argued that it lacks relevancy to both crypto spot and crypto futures ETFs. BlackRock has argued that the U.S. SEC doesn't have any legitimate reason to treat spot crypto and crypto futures exchange-traded fund applications differently. BlackRock's plan for a spot Ether ETF called the iShares Ethereum Trust was officially confirmed on November 9th. after NASDAQ submitted the 19B4 application form to the SEC on the firm's behalf. In this application, BlackRock called the SEC's treatment of spot crypto ETFs into question, as it asserted that the agency bases its reasons for continually denying these applications on incorrect regulatory distinctions between futures and spot ETFs. Do you guys understand the difference between futures and spots? I'll share that in a moment. Given that the commission has approved ETFs that offer exposure to Ethereum futures, which themselves are priced based on the underlying spot Ethereum market, the sponsor believes that the commission must also approve ETPs that offer exposure to spot. Oh, wow. Okay. I see what they're saying there. So, for example, the futures market is where it's almost like gambling, except you're not actually buying the item. You are betting for or against the item hitting certain prices, and if it does, you're rewarded. It's like you're betting against others that's also betting on the market. We project that this product is going to perform, and we're betting that it will. We project that this product is going to underperform, and I'm going to take a position on that, so that if it does underperform, I win. This is how, you guys remember the GameStop and Reddit stock market whole thing? They made a movie out of it, where the Reddit community banded together, almost like a pump and dump type style, and screwed over the Wall Street guys who had positions already put in their futures. So they made sure those calls never hit. And then the margin calls happened. And when the margin call happens, those people who had the bet all the way down and it didn't come back up, they lost. They had to pay at a much lower price. They lost billions of dollars, just like that. Watch the movie Trading Places with Eddie Murphy. Something like that. They pulled on him. Now, spot Bitcoin is where you're actually interacting with it at the current price it is right now, but you're going through a firm, and the firm has the assets. So you're not technically buying the assets. The firm is doing that kind of on your behalf. So even though you're not in possession of it, the firm you're tied to is, and they're taking the risks for you, and you're paying them a percentage of them taking a risk so that they can give you rewards based on the value of it going up and down. That's why BlackRock is buying up a gang of Bitcoin right now. So they're not the same, but you can't do futures without the spot. Is ETFs going to be like trading options? Yeah, kind of like that. That's what it's called, exchange traded funds. So you can't have a futures market without the underlying spot of the current price of Bitcoin being there for the futures market to bet for or against. So that's the argument that BlackRock's trying to make. I hope that made sense. I am not that versed on the financials. The movie about GameStop is on Amazon Prime. Do you remember? You know the name of that? What it's called, Provis? Because I'm gonna watch that too. I know the story, but I never saw the movie. But I hope that makes sense to you guys, because I do not consider myself to be the guru of financial literacy expertcy with spots and trading and ETF, all that kind of stuff. I know the basics. So the SEC has yet to greenlight a single spot crypto ETF application, but has approved a host of crypto futures ETFs. The securities regulator has indicated that this is due to crypto futures ETFs having supposedly superior regulation consumer protections under the 1940 Act as opposed to the 1933 Act that covers spot crypto ETFs. Additionally, the SEC also appears to favor the regulation and surveillance sharing agreements over the CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, digital asset futures market. BlackRock argues, however, that the SEC's preference for the 1940 Act lacks relevance in this area as it places certain restrictions on ETFs and ETF sponsors and not the underlying assets of the ETFs. Notably, none of these restrictions address an ETF's underlying assets, whether Ethereum futures or spot Ethereum, or the markets from which such assets pricing is derived. However, whether the CME Ethereum futures market or spot Ethereum markets. As a result, the sponsor believes that the distinction between registration of Ethereum futures ETFs under the 1940 Act and the registration of spot Ethereum ETPs under the 1933 Act is one without a difference in the context of Ethereum-based ETP proposals. They're correct. There's no real difference. BlackRock outlined that the SEC has approved crypto futures ETFs via the CME and the CBOE. It has clearly determined that CME surveillance can detect spot market fraud that would affect spot ETPs. As such, in the firm's eyes, it essentially leaves the SEC with no justifiable reason to reject the application under its current line of thinking. That is true. BlackRock ain't playing. It is generally thought among crypto and ETF analysts that the first SEC approval of the spot crypto ETF in the form of a Bitcoin-related one is only around the corner. Yeah, I give it like 60 days. Bloomberg ETF analysts James Seifert and Eric Balchunas predict a 90% chance of an approval sometime. Oh, didn't I just say this? I say the next 60 days. He says 90% chance of an approval sometime before January 10th next year. Wow, today's the 11th. 60 days, that's January 11th or 10th. I'm right. I'm spot on. Yeah. It pays to be crypto educated. All right, next one we got here. Institute for Blockchain and Crypto Research opens in France. Oh, France keeps popping up. You know what else is in France? Societe Generale, one of the largest banks in Europe, who happens to be a partner with Dark Fusion Technologies and is also going to be adding financial services to our VARA ambassadors. I am Jay. I connect the dots. The Institute of Crypto Assets held a formal opening at the Leonard da Vinci Center in the business district just outside of Paris. I'm going to Paris next year. I'll be there in August. On November 8th, the first of its kind Institute of Crypto Assets held a formal opening at the Leonard da Vinci Center in the business district just outside of Paris. The Institute will support and conduct research related to blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies. Its scientific board includes 11 experts from major French educational institutions, such as the National Center for Scientific Research and École Polytechnique, a committee of 6 practitioners, including Ledger co-founder Nicolas Baca and Paymium founder Pierre Noisat, will also oversee the work of the Institute. According to Cyril Grunspan, the director of the Institute, it will focus primarily on educational goals. Our goal is not to lobby, but to create a forum for discussion. Interesting. On crypto assets. We just want to discuss it. We want to educate. 2 lectures accompany the opening. Historian Jacques Favier spoke about the history of cryptocurrencies, of currencies. Oh, I like that. Spoke about the history of currencies up to Bitcoin. Like if you guys ever go to London and you visit the London Museum downtown, they have a whole wing section that shows the history of money from the beginning all the way to we are to now. And I even got, where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. This is where I got this. So you see on the back, see the Bitcoin, flip it over, Queen of England. Well, when she was Queen Elizabeth. They had that at the end, saying the future of money is digital, crypto. I thought that was interesting. France is actively pursuing a leadership role in Europe regarding digital economy and innovations. In September, local telecommunications group Iliad revealed an investment of 100 million euros to fund the creation of an excellence lab dedicated to AI research in Paris. In addition to the lab, Iliad has acquired what it deemed as the most powerful cloud-native AI supercomputer deployed to date in Europe. Amid the market crisis of the first half of 2023, French crypto businesses grabbed 27% of all the new investment deals struck in the fintech sector. French crypto businesses grabbed 27% of all the new investment deals in the fintech sector. Yeah, it's doing what I want to do. Okay, it's all about international here. Nigeria and UK Foundation launch code clubs for digital literacy. Nigeria's communication ministry said the code clubs will introduce young participants to coding and digital technology and encourage them to deploy creative problem solving in their everyday lives. Nigeria and UK Foundation. The federal government of Nigeria, through the Ministry of Communications, Innovation, and Digital Economy, has entered into a partnership with the Raspberry Pi Foundation, a United Kingdom-based computing education charity, to launch code clubs across Nigeria. The initiative is crafted for students aged 7 to 17, and the code clubs represent a series of extracurricular artificial intelligence programming clubs aimed at fostering digitally literate and innovative young minds in Nigeria. Announcing the program in a statement issued on November 8th, the ministry said the code clubs will introduce participants to the world of coding and digital technology and encourage them to deploy creative problem solving in their everyday lives. These clubs, which will initially start from 17 knowledge exchange centers, will further expand to other locations across the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. I'm impressed. I like that. Okay, just want to see. Nigeria is using my education right here. For those of you who do not know, the UN e-learning education course, University of Nigeria, in Nsukka, cryptocurrency, UNN School of Computer and Data Science. A cryptocurrency is a digital. Yeah, you got that. Register for the course. And who's the educator? Oh, Mr. Brandon Ivy. And they get their certificate of proficiency. And here's the courses. Bitcoin 101, Crypto Advanced, How to Trade Bitcoin and Cryptocurrencies. And they need to contact me if they want more. They only got my first 3 courses, and these haven't even been updated, the ones they got. I've updated these courses and added 4 more, and I'm about to add 6 more to ILCA. All right. That's Nigeria. Ethereum. Bitcoin users reignite scalability debate as gas fees surge. This is why people are going to be running to Bitcoin. Ethereum gas fees reportedly breached the $200 mark. Oh my gosh, $200 mark for a transaction? Are you crazy? Why are people going to be flocking to dark fusion technology? Is it here? Fees as low as 0.0002 cents. What if you're hold on 1 second. I got my dad. He called me if there's something. Hey Dad, I'm right in the middle of a meeting. What's going on? All right, hold on 1 second. Give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back. All right. That was my dad here to pick up my boys. So what would you rather do? 0.0002 cents per transaction if you're a company? You're trying to tokenize yourself? You're trying to have a smart contract? Or do you want to go with Ethereum where it was a $200 charge just for the transaction? A recent spike in transaction fees on Ethereum and Bitcoin appears to have reignited the debate around solutions for scalability and the role of layer twos. Over the last 24 hours, cryptocurrency users began sharing screenshots showing double, occasionally triple digit transaction fees on Ethereum and Bitcoin. One screenshot showed gas fees were as high as $220 for a high priority transaction on Ethereum, while others showed a $100 mark. Bitcoin users, meanwhile, reported fees that were around $10 for high priority transactions. While this is relatively low, the average Bitcoin transactions cost has hovered around $1 over the last 3 months. But what is our technology doing? Fee, 0.0002 cents. Now, for those of you who don't know, how is that possible? Especially if you are not in the Vara space, you still think it's just a stupid game called Starvara and that there's no money to be made here. Let me explain something to you. The reason why Ethereum has been used as the layer 2 for smart contracts is because it offers scalability for businesses and the ability to handle this amount of volume, where Bitcoin can only do transaction or blockchain recording transactions of Bitcoin transactions. Problem with Ethereum is the fees get sky high, as you just saw from this article. So what Dark Fusion Technology has done has utilized Bitcoin Lightning Network technology to be able to do smart contract transactions, NFT transactions, and regular crypto transactions as a layer 2 on the Bitcoin protocol. And instead of paying $10 or $1 per transaction, it's 0.0002 cents. Why? Because the transactions are not taking place on the Bitcoin blockchain. They're taking place off chain, then they're being batched together. And then once it's batched together, they send that as one transaction to the Bitcoin blockchain instead of hundreds or thousands of transactions at a time. So now you've got maybe 1,000 transactions where instead of paying 1,000 transactions each, you're only paying one time. Fee as low as 0.0. I mean, that's the best way I can explain it without showing you any slides or anything like that. And the transactions are happening instantly because it's not being bogged down on the Bitcoin blockchain where you got to wait to 3 confirmations, and that can happen in seconds, minutes, or even hours, depending on network congestion. Whereas with our technology, this is happening instantly. And then the transactions are sent to the Bitcoin blockchain to be recorded, but it's not holding up the line. The fast lane on the freeway is still moving. I hope this makes sense. I mean, I'm waiting for this to click. And one of the big boys out there that they can put their ego aside, understand what's happening, and realize how much money they're going to make. Once they see that, I know really what's going to happen. When I make my first $1 million on this, they'll pay attention. I've made almost $200,000 so far, and it's not really enough for them yet to pay attention, but they will. Unfortunately, they might. It's not that it'll be too late, but they're missing out on a huge opportunity had they got in right now. Anyways, I'm just showing you, this is real life proof of work on why we are positioned to have success. We're solving a problem. This is a problem. To add below, this isn't even height of bull run. Already Ethereum gas fees $175.79. This is why, look at this. Now, this is what I'm getting excited for. Let me just read it. This is why first chance I get, my Seda Realty, Saitama will go on BNB chain. So he's promoting that as a solution to this problem. We have a solution as well, this, on the Bitcoin blockchain. The world just doesn't know it yet. Dang, I keep clicking on that. The world doesn't know it yet. So talk about being here early. How to check how much? Yeah, he's pushing Saitama. At the time of writing, a transaction from an Ethereum hot wallet comes with a network cost of $46 for a $300 transfer. Really? What would you rather pay? $45 on a $300 transfer or 0.0002 cents? And you get to keep that. It reminds me of the old days when we were doing business in Nigeria. And their system is so bogged down that if somebody makes $50 commission, by the time we get them their money and all the fees, they get $15 after all fees and everything is done. They earn $50, but they can only get $15. It's crazy. The rise in gas fees have prompted proponents of Solana and other blockchains to flaunt how much cheaper transactions are on those respective chains. You think the time is just right? 1x, formerly Twitter user, Bobby Appelrod. If that's not his real name, he's taken a page out of the show Billions. Bobby Axelrod noted that Solana only charges $55 to $60 per minute for all Solana users, while each poor Ethereum user had to pay that much for a single transaction. Yeah, ours is even bigger than that. Currently, post-chain gas fees are 4,000 times cheaper than Ethereum and 14,000 times cheaper than Bitcoin. The price of network fees is dynamic and is a product of demand or how congested the network is. An increase in on-chain activity often occurs in bull markets or when market sentiment is strong, but an added side effect is the impact on lower income users. How does this help the unbanked and lower income population? Lopez iterated in a post which showed a high priority Bitcoin transaction fee was $10.50. Again, what do you think is going to happen when the world realizes they can do these transactions at less than a half a penny? It now costs $10 to transfer money on Bitcoin. How does this help the unbanked and lower income population? I have an answer. Dark fusion technology. What if answer dark fusion technology. Just dropping that bug out there. Start planting the seed. I need to have a campaign doing that. Prior to the fee spike, transaction costs on Ethereum averaged out at $11.35 on November 8th. Now, I have been doing this because it's the cost of doing business, but my transactions are not a couple $100. It's thousands. So I'm like, if I got to pay $11 so I can move thousands of dollars, I don't have to use the banking system. Then that's fine. But what if I can drop that down to 0.0002 cents? Does who have a card? Facebook user is asking, do they have a card? I don't know what who you're referring to. Scale the base layer or rely on L2s? So they're asking, how do we solve this problem? Do we scale the base layer? Because you can't scale Bitcoin as it is right now. Or rely on layer 2s? That's the answer. You rely on layer 2s. Bitcoin and Ethereum developers chose to prioritize decentralization and security at the base layer and offload much of its execution environment to layer 2s to make transactions cheaper. Yep. The Lightning. The Lightning Network is used to scale Bitcoin, while Ethereum. Now, I need to know who this is. Someone said, I love this intel. Who are you, Facebook user? I love you saying that. Identify yourself, because you're not showing up to me. I don't know who you are. The Lightning Network is used to scale Bitcoin, while Ethereum has a handful of layer 2s specifically focused on making Ethereum faster and cheaper, such as Arbitrum, Optimism, and Polygon. Transactions are often less than $1 on these layer 2 networks, but not everyone agrees it is the right way to tackle scalability. The one who introduced me to crypto, I was introduced to crypto in 2010. You gotta give me more. You gotta give me more on that. All right. Justin Bonds. Oh, Reggie Williams. Yeah, you were around back then. I don't know if I can give you credit that you introduced me to it, but you are not far off, because, yeah, I'd have to give you credit. We did have a conversation about crypto. That was back in like 2011, 2012, and I didn't do anything with it. Yeah, you're right. You're right there. I ain't going to give you credit for it, though, yet, but you're right there. Justin Bonds, founder of cryptocurrency investment firm Cyber Capital, believes the base layer should be, and Reggie, if you understand what I'm talking about right now, why the hell are you not a part of VARA and seeing what we're doing here with dark fusion technology? I'm just saying, the person who's going to make the most money is not in our company yet, and they're probably not going to speak English, and you know people in Asia. Hey, I'm going to be running my mouth soon. The whole world's about to find out. Oh, you're already in it? Oh, if you're already in it, you probably, Kathy Keene probably hit you up, right? He advocates for monolithic blockchain architectures in which consensus, data availability, and the transaction execution is all handled on the base layer. Solana is an example of this. Now, Solana is, hey, I'm heavily invested with Solana. I told you guys our inner circle. I brought it up. Solana went up 65%. So I'm not doubting Solana at all. I just know that what we're about to bring out is going to be even better. Bitcoin and Ethereum, on the other hand, are modular blockchains because they offload some transactions to a second layer. However, critics have pointed out to several outages on Solana. There you go. I hit you up. Yeah, let's have a conversation, Reggie. I might have something for you. Critics have pointed to several outages on Solana due to network congestion, arguing that a modular blockchain design is a better approach to solve scalability. All right. Next one up. But since I'm on that, I gotta do it. I gotta show this off. Take a look at this. You know what? I just saw something in that second video that I didn't notice before. It flashed on the screen. We already talked about VARA token, the DFT token, but also the EUSD. We also will be having our own stablecoin token that's being backed by Societe Generale Bank out of France. They are the official sponsors of the Rugby World Cup France 2023. Rugby. Yeah, anyways, that's big over there. You guys understand? And then what did you just hear yesterday? The fair game that's coming out next week that we're launching. I don't know how much I know a lot, but I don't know how much I'm able to share yet. So I gotta let me do the watch party tonight and see what they have already said publicly, and then I can run my mouth. And I'll run my mouth in the presentation tomorrow night. But anyways, we have a product that's solving that problem. What else we got here? 47 countries pledge to authorize crypto asset reporting framework. Oh, and by the way, too, who's that saying? Send me your link. You got send me a private message on because you're showing up to me as a Facebook user, so I don't know who you are. So send me a private message on Facebook. Where do I find that clip? It was from one of the dev showcases. I just downloaded it, and I think I've already uploaded it to our Telegram group, Kevin. So all the short videos I have up on Telegram. But yeah, send me a private message, and I'll send you a link. All right. 47 countries pledge to authorize crypto asset reporting framework by 2027. The crypto asset reporting framework is the new international standard for the automatic exchange of information between tax authorities. Just under 50 national governments have issued a joint pledge to swiftly transpose the crypto asset reporting framework, a new international standard on automatic exchange of information between tax authorities, into their domestic law systems. The statement was published on November 10th. Oh, and I already know people are going to ask this. Is there any money to make over in VARA, or are you guys just talking? Is there any money to be made? Well, I've already made 163K. In fact, I just did a withdrawal of $25,000, and I still have $10,000 sitting there that I've made so far this month, and it's only November 11th. What is that? So I'm not for the last 30 days. Yeah, for the last 30 days, got me a 15K for that. So year. All right. Is there any money to be made? We haven't even gone viral yet. The Organization for Economic as a disclaimer, there is absolutely no guarantee of income that you can earn income directly stated or implied. Any income earned is based on hard work and product sales. Product sales. This isn't one of those things. Oh, give me money and we're going to trade on your behalf. You can earn 3 to 8% a week. No, this isn't speculation. We actually have a product in the crypto space, real world use, and it is not, just a joke. Just go to your app store. You can go to your app store, type in VARA, and that pops up right there at the top. Go to the same app store, type in StarVARA, because we are in beta launch of the game, and it pops up. So it's not just me running my mouth. Oh, and for those of you that do like the 3% a day or a week or stuff, coming soon. How can I say this? Coming soon. Okay, I can say it like this. We will be launching financial services that will allow you to be able to earn an APY based on the packages you purchase. I can say it like that for now. Passive income. All BaFin approved and backed by Societe Generale. An actual bank. Not, we're going to create our own bank. No. We already have a bank that's been around for 100+ years. Okay. All right, let's keep moving here. The widespread, consistent, and timely implementation of the CARF will further improve our ability to ensure tax compliant and clamp down on tax evasion, which reduces public revenues and increases the burden of those who pay their taxes. Okay, first of all, and I am public right now, pay your taxes. Do not attempt to use crypto to get around having to pay your taxes. Report it. I pay my crypto. I'm about to drop another $5,000 tax bill. I don't like it, but it's the cost of doing business. Pay your taxes. So the whole world is getting ready to have a universal movement on this, because since crypto's global, you need to have the other countries playing ball with you if your citizens are just trying to hide their crypto in other nations and using international other exchanges in different countries. So the clampdown's coming, regulations coming. Don't try to avoid it. To figure out how you can work with the system. Hong Kong ready to capitalize on crypto's next bull run. Hong Kong? Wait, what was that, Provis? Say what again? The passive income side? How'd you like to earn maybe 6 to 8% a month? Maybe I'm saying too much. Let me shut up. All right. Hong Kong ready to capitalize. Hashkey capital partner of liquids funds and research, Jupiter Zhang, says the crypto sector in Hong Kong is now primed for significant growth over the next 4 to 5 years. See, they're getting ready. Those of you on our crypto talk, I've talked about this. I'm not going to talk too much about it because this is open. This is inner circle information, because next year, ILCA, the whole focus is we're getting prepared for the Bitcoin halving. And I talk about 2024 and 2028. So that's all I'm going to say. BlackRock's getting prepared for it. Look at Hong Kong. Look at the time frame they have here. The next 4 to 5 years. And Provis, the answer is yes. And it's already BaFin approved. Hong Kong is very ready for the next wave of mass crypto adoption, with an influx of crypto talent that has been spilling into I gotta say this real quick. I was talking to Mr. Herschel Crow. He's ranked number 2 in the entire company. Is he still? Wait, let me double check. I haven't looked at this lately. Leaderboards. Yep, yeah, there he is. So you got Peter Blackwell, Herschel Crow's number 2, and I'm number 3. So I was talking to Herschel, and he was like, you know what I find interesting? That these programs that come out there talking about, yeah, you give us your money and we can guarantee you like 2 to 3% a day, or what Novatech, for example, that was doing 3% a week. And in the early days, Novatech didn't explode because people said, I'm only getting 3% a week. That's 12% a month on your money. But because we were in the crypto space, people are used to 30, 40% a month on their money, that they, put their nose up against 3% a week. But then when all those companies came crashing down, as was predicted, Novatech, that was still running at the time, all of a sudden that 3% a week became attractive. But then Novatech has run into problems. I'm not even getting into any of that. There's a reason why I never joined Novatech. I'm not putting them down in any kind of way. All I'm saying is there's a reason why I didn't. The legitimate traditional platforms that are actually tied to the system and are legally and compliant, when they talk about doing anywhere between 4 to 6 or 8% a month, everybody in the crypto space, oh, that's not enough. Oh, I'm not looking at that. But it's legitimate. It's long term. All I can say is that we are headed in that path. I got to watch very careful what I say, because they're very big on compliance. All I can say is in the VARA ecosystem, we're headed down that path. Okay. All right. Let's see here. You've got all these new different projects with their founders and teams here, which is all real GDP, by the way. These teams are already boosting both banking and capital market activities. Zhang added that while crypto prices haven't reflected it, the level of sophistication being developed in the sector over the past 18 months has been striking. The actual technological improvement we've seen throughout the bear market has been quite astonishing. So this is what happens when the bear market happens. Nobody's really talking about crypto because no money is being made. Oh, crypto's dead. But the real innovators are taking that time to create, to build the foundation. What do you think BlackRock's been doing for the last 4 years? They didn't just figure this out yesterday. This is something that has been in the works for a while, even when they were lying about it. Yeah, I got to do it. I got to do it. Listen to this.
Is it true that you're building out a cryptocurrency capability?
No. I mean, we're looking at it. We're looking at blockchain technologies, and we're looking at all the crypto.
Blockchain isn't crypto. Blockchain is just the underlying technology. Well, don't your clients want crypto exposure?
No, I don't believe any client has sought out crypto exposure.
Really?
Yes.
But at some point they might. Do you need to be prepared?
I don't, at the moment, no. I have not heard from any one client they're looking to buy a cryptocurrency at this time. But right now, I can tell you, worldwide, I have not heard from one client who said, I need to be in this.
BlackRock, the most powerful asset manager in the world with a $10 trillion portfolio, is investing in cryptocurrency.
This is not going to be an easy task. Capital is moving, and it's going to move very rapidly.
I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. We will, and if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement.
Do not be fooled. Don't let Larry Fink's friends go on TV and convince you not to buy this time around. While Hillary and friends continue to sow fear, uncertainty, and doubt about crypto into the minds of the general public, BlackRock has been forced to disclose that they're into it.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in an ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. We will, and if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. I mean, the transformation, think about it, instantaneous settlement, bonds and stock. No middlemen. We're going to bring down fees even more dramatically. As for me, I don't have to vote on any shares anymore because the beneficial owner will do all the voting.
And by the way, this isn't the first time he's said this. Larry Fink has been getting more and more vocal on this.
This is one of the reasons why I'm focused on the whole idea of blockchain for securities. I look forward to the day when we can tokenize stocks and bonds
that every stock and every bond we could identify immediately who is the beneficial owner. And this is why we're working on it. And every beneficial owner, from an individual to an institution, have the ability to vote, to democratize every single vote. And that's where we want to take this, and we're leading that effort. Oh, I actually believe most of the companies are not going to be around. I still believe that. I do believe
because they're now real, they're frauds, they're what?
Well, I mean, think about FTX. I mean, you could look back now. FTX created its failure was it's creating its own token. It was not a DeFi. It wasn't a ledger that was open to the world. It was a closed ledger.
Right.
It was not distributed. So the whole foundation of what crypto is, it's supposed to be a distributed ledger that is across the system.
You guys understand what's happening? What's going on right now? All the big boys have been preparing for years, while at the same time saying, "Hey, we don't care about this Bitcoin and crypto. It's not going anywhere." And then all of a sudden, you go to your bank branch and you start seeing crypto all over the place. Whoa, what happened? When did that happen? Hong Kong wants to be the one center, the crypto center of the world. London is trying to be that as well, and so is Japan and parts of South Korea. You don't have to use online wallets to do self-custody. All you need to do is open an account on an exchange, and then you can use your Hong Kong dollars to buy Bitcoins and other crypto. It's quite easy. And I do not suggest doing this. He's saying this to the public. But in our crypto education, I do not suggest for anybody to connect your bank accounts to any exchange and then purchase crypto directly from that in your bank. But you got to be a part of our inner circle, and join our 5-day challenge and stuff to learn the tips and the secrets, because it's not one thing to make money. It's another to be able to keep it. And without crypto education, I don't care how much money you have, you will lose some, most, if not all, of your crypto because you don't know the little things. Just talk to Mark Cuban, who lost $800,000 doing something stupid. And then he combined it by doing something else stupid by putting $2 million into, what was it, Binance Exchange? Yeah, Dubai as well. So for now, it's still a bear market, but when the bull market comes back, we can assume that people's outlook will change quickly. It will. Retail will definitely be coming back, especially when they have a lot of opportunities to buy securely with licensed exchanges. That is true. Zhang predicts that Web3 in Asia and Hong Kong will witness a similar pattern of development to that of the GameFi sector in Southeast Asia, which saw Axie infinitely briefly become one of the most played games in the world. I'm telling you right now, I am looking for a leader out of Asia who can see the vision of what I'm talking about with dark fusion and who wants to be the first to override that entire region and bring this on board. Not only am I looking for a leader, I have something for him. I'm just saying, I'm looking for a leader in Asia. More than 50% of the crypto business around the world is happening in the Asian Peninsula. They get it, especially GameFi. In Zhang's view, while Axie was prone to massive speculation, the underlying model of development would be similar. Projects that are developed in the US and Europe, look at this. Projects that are developed in the US and Europe could easily find a welcoming market in Asia. I need somebody bilingual in Asia. I don't care whether it's Japan, Korea, Philippines, China, Hong Kong. I know that person will be making more than $1 million a month, easily. How would you like to be the one overriding that person? Who do you know? Okay, yes. I'm running out of some time. What do I have here? Last one, China. China declares stealing digital collections like NFTs is liable for criminal theft sentence. The Chinese government says theft of digital collections violates the protection law and interests of the crime of illegally obtaining computer information system data. The Chinese government released a statement on November 10th declaring that anyone stealing digital collections, such as NFTs, will be subject to theft sentences. It outlines 3 views on the type of crime that theft of digital collections falls under. The first 2 classifying it as either data or digital property. However, the statement stresses that the third view, which sees digital collections as both data and virtual property, would fall under the umbrella of co-offending. The statement explained that stealing a digital collection includes intrusion into the system on which it is housed, therefore also committing the crime of illegally obtaining computer information. Like they're saying, you're breaking into a house. The theft of digital collections violates the protection law and interests of the crime of illegally obtaining computer information system data. Since property is the object of property crime, digital collections can obviously become the subject of property crime. If the digital collection is stolen by intrusion into the system or other technical means, the act also damages the property law. So here's what I find interesting. China is writing a law right now that's in the benefit of crypto. The same country that has banned crypto multiple times over the last decade. So now you're starting to see where the trend is. They're not trying to prosecute crypto. They're now going after those who wants to steal it. There's a shift in the force. And I can feel it taking place. All right. With that, that is it for Crypto Talk for today. I hope you learned something new. As always, that's the point. What's coming up next? 45 minutes WGC after a 2-3 weeks hiatus is having a call. And apparently they're going to be talking about what the upgrade is. So I will be on that call and I will be watching to see if I will be making the decision of no longer representing them as their crypto expert. I will see where they're headed, what's going on, and that will be at the top of the hour. Then tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, I am doing a live watch party of the Dev Diary from yesterday. I'm going to do that tonight with my commentary, just like I did the one from Tuesday earlier this week. So I'm going to do that Dev Diary live watch party tonight. I'm going to post well, I already have the link. I can post it in here. Let me pull it up. It will be streamed live as well. So if you're on Facebook, you'll be able to see it on Facebook. If you want to come straight to StreamYard, there's the link right there. And I'll post it in our Telegram group as well. That's going to be tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. So with that, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys later. Be productive. The clock is ticking. Take care. Bye-bye.
I want to ask a completely different question for you, Tom, because he's our overall ETF maven here. We have seen a spate of new Bitcoin ETF offerings recently, including from BlackRock. Even though everybody knows the SEC and Gary Gensler is completely hostile to the idea, and everybody said, well, they're going to say no to a Bitcoin ETF, just like they said no to everybody else. But I'm wondering why now? What does BlackRock think they're going to get out of this effort?
You can't get away from your favorite subject here, can you?
People ask me about it, and I don't have an easy answer for it. I always think I'm missing something here.
I think you're right. I think your sniffer
You think
usually
I'm missing
is
something?
No. I think you're onto something. I think your sniffer is always really pretty good, Bob. If BlackRock all of a sudden has filed for a Bitcoin ETF that's not futures based, it's spot Bitcoin,
right.
Okay? And Gensler said, no way, that's not going to happen. But at the same time, they're bringing together some pretty good partners from a custody standpoint. They've got Bank of New York Mellon, they've got Coinbase,
right.
They've got an agreement, a surveillance agreement with NASDAQ to help with the security aspect of it. So they're trying to show the SEC that they're putting all the safety provisions in place to give them the confidence, to give them that acceptance of their application. I think the big thing we know, as Gensler said, we're not going to do anything there unless we have the exchanges regulated, and Coinbase is not regulated.
But that's my question. Do you think this is going to change their mind? I can't without the clear regulatory authority, and they're not getting a bill through Congress. So now he's just resorted to essentially suing everybody. He's trying to regulate essentially by filing complaints.
Yeah.
I don't see how this changes.
If anybody can get it done, would you bet against BlackRock?
No.
You know, they're the behemoth, right? They're the.
That's why I'm thinking. I still don't quite get. Yeah. How are they going to change his mind?
I mean, if they can partner with Coinbase and say, look, you agree to get regulated, what would that do to your business? Imagine institutional investments, just 1% allocation to Coinbase, and what that would mean. We're talking about a lot of money.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of people like you that are saying, is this finally the time? Is it going to happen?
We're going to follow this very carefully, folks, because, again, they're not going to waste their time. Yeah. Trust me, BlackRock isn't, if they don't think they have some chance of doing something here.